causing mass discussion. Can't you see them dad boys are casting? Testing competition on their podcast mission. Never know what you get. It's chaotic precision. If you don't know, you better find out the dad pack. I'm here to prove a point. We three kings just believe that you don't want to tussle with them. This show is thunder. Subscribe and tune in, and you're laughing to the very end. Don't turn your back on the dad pack. Don't turn your back on the dad pack.
Put the kids to bed. Dad's home. We are the DWO podcast, representing the dad world order. I am the pretty faced papaw, Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. And with me, as always, the rest of this patriarch pack. We got the big bad bearded daddy. He is Big Rig Eric Maffey.
Honk, if you hear me, baby. Let's go.
Work with me. I'm on remote. And he is the perpetual mid-carder. And the two-time world record holder. He is the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas.
Cowabunga, indeed. If I didn't do that, the wife was going to message me immediately and tell me that my banner was not down and to throw my banner down. So, hence banner. How you guys doing?
Good. Shout out to Krista
man.
for keeping you on your toes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, as Mr. Magnificent said, we are the DWO podcast, and tonight we have with us a very special guest, friend of the show, first time on though, the one and only The Hook, Jeremiah. Sir, how the heck are you?
I got a couple of things right off the rip. The intro, outrageous. I just would love if you guys took an extra maybe 20 to 25 seconds and got some crotch shots, as the camera pans up, makes you look a little bit more manly, especially you Big Rig with the beard, crotch shot beard. There's nothing more manlier than that. You know what I mean? We're trying to sell tickets, right? We're trying to draw a house.
Where's the draw?
Crotch beard.
Yeah, we already know. We grew up in the 90s watching pro wrestling,
That's right.
No, I love that stuff, but I'm not a very special guest. I'm just a guy that loves pro wrestling too, just like you guys. Just so happen to just do it and die trying. You know what I mean?
Oh, trust me, dude. You're a special guest. We already got some folks tuning in. Oh, our boy, baby boy Noah.
What's up,
What's
Drake?
going on, buddy?
What's up, Noah?
Noah, which Noah?
The one and only Noah Gabriel.
Oh, Noah, man. Dude, Noah's been pissing me off lately, honestly.
He tends to have that effect on some people.
He's got this unsatiable hate for this man named Beans, and I really just don't understand it at all. He really, really hates this guy, and I'm trying to explain to him, no, dude, it's you got to be professional. This is business, and he just hates the guy.
Yeah. Listen, he's been here on public record talking about how much he hates Beans.
Dude, he's always trying to go into business for himself too. Like Beans has to be involved in everything. I think he honestly wants to kill the guy.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. I don't know who trained him or anything, but Jesus, what a dick.
I know, right? Shit.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I haven't started getting text messages from him yet. If he's still watching, True yes up.
I would imagine he's slowly single finger typing a reply right now.
He's probably driving. He just got off work.
He can't hear anything we're saying because the belt in his car is so freaking loud, squeaking the entire time he's driving. I got a video from him driving one time.
Car all the time,
dude. I got a video from him driving one time, and he was listening to Creed. I could barely tell he was listening to Creed because all I heard was "with all just a belt screeching.
Me and Jeremy would be out in the parking lot kicking his car.
He said this message took 20 minutes to type.
I just really like how this show just went off the rails real quick.
Hey,
we
Noah,
know it
happened,
fuck
man.
you.
Okay, I have to ask you guys, based on my background, can you tell what the pun is here with my virtual background?
Just the electric beard. I don't know.
No.
No, I'm lost.
That scares me.
Okay, so that the resolution isn't great. So that is King Theoden from Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings sucks.
Who knew?
You're an idiot. He's testing the panel, and his famous line from the second movie is, "You have no power here."
Oh, that's a dad joke.
I
God
thought it was very funny.
God damn it.
We're all dads, you know. All
Yeah.
of us. We're all dads.
How many kids you
Dude.
got?
I got 3, man.
Really? I didn't know you had tree kiddos. What's your age range?
Evelyn is 19, Jagger is 11, and Judy, he's 6.
Bro, you're
Oh,
in the
my.
same boat as me. I got an 18, 11, and a 7.
Well, you know, they're all with Mary, you know.
Yeah, I had one straight out of high school with a girl, and then the rest are with my wife. But she turns 18 in September, and it's talk about feeling old, man. That's a moment when you
Yeah,
realize you have a
like-
grown adult.
I got to work on Thursday. Me and Pomp are working with Piper and Donnie. Battle on the Border, and we love them.
Battle
So?
on the border.
So we're gonna go do it for them.
Shout out to homie Dunham.
Yep. Denim.
Man, Battle on the Border. Actually, that was the first time I ever met you. Was at Battle on the Border. It was my first wrestling show ever
With
with
me.
this guy, with Cephas. And,
Didn't you film the shirt video that night?
I did. I filmed it. Yeah, you did
With
a
the
bad
bad dude.
dude shirt video that night.
I remember that. I
Yeah,
was getting hammered with Psycho Sam.
yeah.
You're just
yeah.
flex dancing in the back. That's
Man,
pretty
those Battle on the Border shows, they can get rough sometimes, but Denham's a good dude.
I think that was the last Brian Pillman appearance there before he went to NXT
I believe.
or
so.
AEW. He might
Well,
be
dude, I'll tell you, it knows when he was leaving AEW and going to WWE. He rode his motorcycle up that day. He was still in Northern Kentucky, and he was like, "What do you think about me coming out to the ring with my motorcycle?" I was like, "Pillman, it's the middle of the summer. Nobody can freaking breathe in there. You're gonna ride a motorcycle in there? Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about, man?"
Young kids, man. Young kids.
Did Ed wrestle that night too? What a fucking legendary night that was, and we didn't even realize it.
Yeah, hold on, wait. That was when Hooks and Ed decided that they were just gonna bleed all over the fucking
Yeah.
soccer arena.
Yeah.
I love this story.
Dude, the whole day, because they wouldn't pay to turn the AC on. I don't think that was Denham's doing. I think it was the actual facility.
Building owner. Yeah.
Yeah, because like those kids were going. I was going up and getting a couple beers, and they were like in the walk-in, like getting cooler. And I remember sitting there with Congo Kong, and me and Steve just looking back and forth at each other, like we just hated ourselves. Like
Yeah.
we're lacing our boots, we're breathing heavy. We shouldn't be breathing heavy. We haven't even started stretching yet.
Yeah, you're gassed putting on your gear.
Just dripping,
Yeah.
hating life.
That was a super funny match though. Ed came out. That was the first time I met Ed too. That was a very fun night. Ed came over and grabbed a beer out of Cephas's hand and drank it for sustenance
And
to
then
help
that-
him
I'll do that every time.
power up. And then my favorite part was after Hooks beat his ass, Hooks is walking out and Ed just goes, "You're still giving me a ride home, right?"
Oh.
Push
I
just
saw-
has just a truck full of you know how Dennis Reynolds needs his tools?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Hooks' trunk.
I
He's
see
got to
that-
have his tools, you know, just in case he ever gets into a death match,
Well, yeah, you never know.
you know, in public from time to time. You know, you never know. You never
Hey,
know.
you know,
Full of
you know
barbed wire.
what, Stan? You're not wrong. You're not really a Cephas friend until you filmed a video for him. That is
Yes.
accurate.
I've had quite a few random at this point. I need to figure out a way to step it up to where I can make every day all super nice, like an episode of fucking Clarissa Explains It All or something. You know what I mean? This is a fucking rock shirt. It was fucking printed by these guys and fucking whatever. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I feel like I need to Y2J myself. I need to come back with the short hair or something.
Little rebrand.
Yeah, I be wrong. I'm not gonna quit.
Please.
Like, Phil, like, check this out. Like,
No, you need to do the pineapple ponytail, dude.
No.
Grow your hair out
but
and
shaved all the way around.
Yeah.
Like, just the Chinese guy, like
Cindy Lou Who.
I like where this is going.
That's
I
fun.
don't.
I wouldn't.
I think you'd look good, Steve.
I don't know.
I mean,
dog.
like, Mathis did the Tri-Hawk, you know?
That is no joke. There, Mr.
He looked
Trump.
like an asshole the whole time, but he did it.
Hey, if I was like, you know, a full-time weekend warrior and wrestler, you know what I mean, I'd probably do something crazy, but I can't. I'm an electrician by day. I go in with a Tri-Hawk. They'd be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Like,
See,
honestly,
that's
I
kind
don't
of
know
the
what Mathis
perks
does.
now that I'm thinking about it. I wear a hard hat every day, so I'm like, I can have any hairstyle I want. Nobody's gonna fucking know.
But like, say for example, like you're going like, oh, I need to go to the bank to get me a loan. You know what I'm saying? And like, they're like, all right, you got to talk to the supervisor, and the supervisor walks out, sweet get up, you know, awesome tie, clean press shirt, but it's a dude that looks like Mathis, and he's got a Tri-Hawk. But he's the one giving you loan. You know, it could happen.
I would go there on purpose. If I saw that my bank manager looked like some kind of rock and roll fucking superstar in disguise, I would be fucking in. I'd be like, all right.
Yeah. Not only that, like he give you a loan, and he could probably sell you some weed.
Well, that's like that's like our boy Fulton. Fulton's real job is a fucking what do you call it? Real estate. agent. And
Yeah.
we're getting ready to buy a house
nicest
soon.
guy ever.
Yeah, dude. We're getting ready to buy a house soon. I keep telling my wife like we need to go to him. She's like, we don't need to go to him just because he's a wrestler. I'm like, yes, what the fuck we do? Like, we didn't want to give him my business. Why not?
Dude, he's 7 foot tall. He's gonna get us what we want.
Yeah, he's gonna get us nice vaulted ceilings. You know,
Dude, he's a pleasure to be.
He really
like,
is.
I love seeing him.
Yeah.
He's awesome, man.
Dude,
When,
every time we're at Revolver and we see him, he's the best.
when I hit
He's
shirt
just so
1000,
personable.
Yeah.
he sent
really
me a
is.
personal video from Italy. He was at the fucking Coliseum with his wife on their honeymoon, and it was my 1000th shirt video. And he sent me a video to congratulate me, and it was just from the Coliseum. I was like, "That's fucking neat." You know, it's fucking.
Dude,
How cool
he's
wrestling
so
is.
he's so cool. When he got released and came back to Ohio, he was at Rockstar with us. And it was the first day that I ever met him, like in the back of like that's where, you know, all the boys sat, you know, like not the pretentious ones. So like he knew where to sit, and he just came and popped a squat next to some of us, and like it was just like he'd be sitting, you know, you just sit in the locker room with the guy every day for the last 20 years, you know. Just oh, he's here now, and now he's freaking great.
He's got a
so many
genuine
fucking
about
cool
him.
people in those ways, man. Like guys that you would never think like, oh, that guy's probably a genuinely nice person, because you know you just see him in the wrestling personas, and then you get to know him as a person, and you're like, man, I'm glad we're doing this.
You know, he looks just, you know, different. Like he looks intimidating because he's so big and he's got the dreads and things like that. But you know, that's kind of like the way that I wish the world would work in general. Like, who gives a shit what somebody looks like? Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
there's no reason why you can't just be like, "Hey, bud, how you doing today?" You know, like, "Hey, what's going on?" People don't talk to each other. They you know, they suck.
Judging books by their cover.
But yeah,
I was about to
Jacoby's
say the
fucking
same thing.
I love seeing him. It's one of the reasons why when I pop up at Revolver, like unbooked and stuff, like I'd go there to see like, you know, like him and Jake and Sammy and shit to say what's up to the boys.
Yeah, absolutely. it's a good crew up there, man. We've made a lot of good friendships up there. Our boy Crash Jackson. If you're
Hell
watching,
yeah.
shout out to you, brother. He's a good buddy of ours from up there. Jake, obviously. It's really cool, man. We're very thankful for all the friendships that we've made since we've been, in the short time we've been doing this. We've made a lot of cool friends for sure.
Which, by the way, just take some time out to shill for Revolver real quick. If you are listening and you're always like, "Oh, Revolver's too expensive. We can't go. We can't afford a Revolver." Blah 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 blah. Well, guess what, fools? It's free in Dayton at the Dayton. What is it? Whatever county fair here soon.
Montgomery County Fair.
Montgomery County Fair on Wednesday, July 9th, I think it is. It's free. And there's a lot of people already on that little bitty flyer that they released for it. So it's probably going to be a pretty dang good show already. Get your ass out there. It's free. You have no reason not to.
I did love the tagline they came up with where none of the matches have it's Revolver Roulette.
Yeah.
The matches are just going to be what they are. There's random. There's no storyline. It's just.
Oh, I bet that
Hey.
shit too. I guarantee Sammy's just fucking giggling like, it's all gonna be shoot, and I guarantee it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be fun, and it'll be different, and it'll be good.
And then
Yeah.
something will happenstance work. Like he'll book like, I don't know, fucking Havoc versus one of the members of fucking Alpha Sig. And it'll be the greatest fucking match of the night and ended up becoming a fucking major story over the next few months. He'll make something out of it.
It's
Something.
see, that's that Dayton mentality, man. Like
Tell you what, yeah.
these guys genuinely give a shit about professional wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so good. And I'm not saying that guys in other promotions don't genuinely give a shit about it either. That they're faking it, things like that. Sammy works really hard on like production, and he works really hard on his equipment and like communicating with certain people to get certain things done and things like that. And he really does. He like Sammy doesn't micromanage you. He's gonna sit there and he's gonna tell you what he wants, and then it's your responsibility to go out there and get it done. If he thinks it sucks, he's gonna tell you, just like anybody else. It's not, but the difference between Revolver and everything else is the way that like it's a completely different vibe. It's that Dayton, Ohio mindset that like if I can't hang, I can't hang. Like you're not going to see certain people on those shows, even though that they've been around a while, because if it's that like you heard, you can't, if you can't hit the move 10 times in a row perfectly, you can't do it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's exactly kind of what it is. Like you get a shot, like consistency is super important in professional wrestling. Like it doesn't matter if you're on, like, say for example, me and you, Bo, we're on first. 6 minutes, get the baby face over. You're the baby face. I'm not going to powerbomb you. I'm not going to hit you with a stiff-ass clothesline. I cut you off a couple times and you fucking pin me, right? We're getting the crowd going. We're getting ready to fucking go in. Like, we're leaving time for the rest of the show. We're leaving time for the boys. You know, you work differently in certain situations, but when it's your time to go and you're called upon and you shit the bed, you're not necessarily going to get looked at again. You might get another shot, but if you keep consistently performing every single time, no matter where you're at, then eventually it's going to be like, all right, cool. I can work with anybody.
That's the truth in the phrase, know your role, man.
Right. And that's that mindset of Dayton, Ohio wrestling. Like we had Rockstar before, Sammy had Revolver. He used a lot of us and stuff like that. I mean, he's grew way bigger. Like, I don't think anybody would say that they're surprised by it. I'm just saying that, like, there's just, the business always, it always grows. So there's always going to be something else involved. Like, so you might, like me personally, like, I don't work for Revolver. You know what I'm saying? I haven't worked there for a while, but that's not because of me. That's not because of Sammy. That's because there's other people that are more fit for that style and for that role. You know what I mean?
I think there's
badass.
There's a niceness and also to, like, I've contemplated getting back in for just one more match somewhere. There's tons of different places that have offered me a chance to get in, but I almost am just comfortable doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Part of me really wants to see my kids. Let my kids see me wrestle one time. You know what I mean? I'd like to see that, but other than that, I also don't. I like doing what I'm doing here. We've gained respect in this realm a little bit, and it's starting to pay off in dividends wise, and we're not making no money, but we're making an impact. So I don't know. Like I feel like that could derail some of that shit in a way, and I don't want to do that.
Let me ask you a question. You said so your kids could see you wrestle, right?
Yeah.
Now, do your kids want to see you go out there and maybe have some sort of something, maybe have some kind of routine down to where like you could actually maybe hurt yourself? Or would you want, a couple warm-up matches to be able to be a little bit more comfortable out there? And because you never know what kind of crowd you're going to get, man.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. That would definitely be the situation. If I actually committed to it, it would have to be like, look, I need to practice basically every single day until then. If I have 60 days, I want to practice 59 of them motherfuckers. So,
but like rehearsing stuff like that, then when you're out there, like say you do it 30 times, like say you're gearing up 3 months, whatever, you rehearse the match 30 times, but what happens when you get out in front of the crowd and they're not there and you guys are just going through everything that you rehearsed and it's just kind of just like, oh, what are we doing?
Well, I do say that's where I do have a little bit of understanding of the business. I feel like I'm good enough with the crowd that I can get the crowd going to an extent. But I'm not saying I don't have the ability to fucking stink either. You know what I mean? Because I've had quite a few of those as well. But I feel like if I knew what I know now when I started originally training back in the day, I wouldn't have ever quit. I wouldn't have, but life gets in the way of a lot of people, man. I don't know. By the time, I'm 37, about to be 38. You know what I mean? I'm kind of at the point where it's like I can't really DDP a career. You know what I mean? I can't.
That's what I like to tell the boys.
I can't just.
I've been doing it for 23 years.
Damn.
I don't know, man. Part of me wants to do it, but I also like you said, that what if though? What if I get out there and I shit the bed in front of my kids and they're just like, damn, that just fucking sucked. That's why.
That's why if you're going to do something like that, you have to be in a situation where somebody is going to make sure that does not happen.
Yeah.
That's the difference between, working over here and working over there.
Yeah.
And whatever there or them is, everybody has their own different kind of niche. I love the MWF. I love Roger Ruffin. I also love, Rockstar Pro Wrestling. I also love Jake Chris. I also love Revolver. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I love the different styles on how, because that's how you learn. If you don't put yourself in uncomfortable situations, you're not going to learn a damn thing. When you're working with the same people over and over and over again, how are you going to be able to progress?
You can't grow that way.
You can't.
It's like going to school and only going to math class.
You can polish that way. You can get really good with somebody, but you're almost at a limit there. You're kind of self-limiting yourself.
Now, see, there's a difference between getting like familiar with somebody and being able to go out there and do like earlier on in my career, certain individuals I won't name, we had our matches down, but we all had it up here, right? But then, midway through or whatever, started working with a couple different guys, guys like Aaron Williams, guys like Alex Colon, give a shout out to my boy, Nate Wings. I love you, brother. You get to a point with these certain individuals that are up here with you where you are able to just like, you don't have to put stuff together. You might talk about maybe 2 or 3 things and maybe you do have 15 to 17 minutes, really just depends on the day. And you're able to just go out there and feel, because there's a difference behind that. You got to be able to feel it and you got to be able to go. And it's always a rough adjustment.
That
I feel like
crescendo is important.
I feel like when guys can do that, can go out there and just, do it on the fly and put together, a masterpiece. I mean, it's literally just art in motion.
Well, somebody has to take control.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Whether it's me or whether it's, the. This is the funniest shit in the world. I worked Tito Santana one time.
No shit.
Oh,
Ribe!
I will tell you guys this story because it's a fucking. All right. I got drunk one night and I got in the tank,
What?
right? Yeah, they tossed me in the drunk tank, okay? So I'm in the freaking jail, and in between, like, the little cinder blocks, it says Tito Santana. Like, it says it in pencil. And I was, like, giggling to myself about it, right? Well, anyway, doesn't matter. No charge, no nothing. It's just like, it's a green beer day or some shit like that. Like, oh, he's too drunk, get him off the street, right? Young and dumb. Well, anyway, I told Chad, the rock star, about that. And, like, we're all laughing. I was like, yeah, and Tito Santana or whatever. Son of a bitch bought me Tito Santana. Never asked for him. Never asked for him. Never anything. I was at work, and I got a picture of Tito Santana text message to me. So it happened, okay?
Wow.
Well, I maybe said less than 5 words to him. And we go out and we have a match, right? And he starts calling the match to me, and I just take over on him because I'm the heel, and I just go, hey, baby, I know what I'm doing. You're in good hands, man. Let me take over. And he just started listening to me. It was awesome.
Wow.
WWE Hall of Famer Tito Santana. Hey, I got this, brother.
Well, it was my crowd,
I know.
He'd been there for just a couple minutes. He had enough time to change and then just get ready. It was a tournament style. So Aaron Williams and me wrestled in the second round, and I'm sure they probably threw him to the wolves because they had more faith in him than me.
Right.
That's why they gave Tito Santana, 63-year-old man. What can you do, right? But he stayed and watched me and Aaron's match. Me and Aaron absolutely fucking killed it. And the last thing he said to me, that was incredible. I'm glad I got to watch that match. Thank you for the match. And then I don't even know the guy's real name.
Tito
That's
Santana.
pro wrestling, boys.
That
He's
is, I
somewhat
wonder how
active.
many people have something like that, just little one-offs of, like I wrestled fucking
Bob
Bret Hart
Backlund.
when he was young or it's something, whatever. And they're just like, yeah, I did it once, never did it again.
Oh, a ton of us do. Coming in the early 2000s, there were still a lot of those old school 80s guys that were still out there,
Right.
hell, there's still a lot.
There are. They don't really necessarily. I mean, shit. I think Jerry Lawler had a match the other day. Actually,
We just saw
Are you
Tony
serious?
Atlas versus Frank the Clown.
oh,
Like-
that's
Dude, it was the worst shit ever. And
Yeah.
Mick Foley
It
was
the
in it.
shit.
Mick Foley was Mick Foley was the special guest enforcer or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just Mick being Mick.
yeah. I'm not gonna comment on that. I would say something along the lines of like, "There's no way that son of a bitch needs the money. Maybe he was just having fun today." I don't know. He's a giant. Like, you ever stood next to Mick Foley before?
Yeah, he's a big
Yes.
dude.
He's huge.
Yep.
He is a gigantic man. He does not look as big as he is.
No, that's Eric's
That's
That's
my
Eric's
guy.
best guy ever. Who's your best guy ever? What's your number one wrestler?
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Take a guess. I'll give you a couple hints. All right. I'm a heel. I've always been a heel, so it's gonna be a heel. All right. That's hint number one. He also won the WWF Championship in 1996.
Ooh. Bret Hart?
No, there's only 2 dudes that won the championship in 1996.
Damn, I'm gonna have to Google this now.
Shawn Michaels?
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
It's my guy. I was always a Sean guy growing up.
Heartbreak Kid, baby.
Yeah,
Man,
but
I-
I give the fucking classic fucking pro wrestler thing, Jericho and Guerrero too.
That's my guy
Yeah.
too. My sweatshirt.
And he must not be named.
Same. That's a whole nother story though. I got, we was talking about wrestling shirts before we started. I have one of his shirts and it's never been worn. And it's never been worn on my count either. And I just keep looking at it like I want to wear it. I really do, because it's a really cool shirt. But I can't.
Bro, I will that's pretty cool, but I'll do you one better. Sold out in 1999, was down in Cincinnati,
Yeah.
right? They were giving away tickets, and I won tickets on the radio that day. My stepdad took me and my buddy Jeff down there, and I'm like 15 years old. When He Who Must Not Be Named defeated Psycho Sid, dude, the picture of him holding the belt up on Pro Wrestling Illustrated, in the picture, I'm underneath his armpit.
Really?
100%. I have the picture. I can prove it. Like, it's fucking insane.
We could probably fucking look up that cover and
Yeah.
see you there.
And that was the only time in my life, literally, that I ever took a break from wrestling. It wasn't a long break by any means, but I don't know. I think I took a good two months where I was just like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna not watch wrestling for a while.
Well, after the Eddie stuff too, man. Like, it was like,
Yeah.
Eddie, and then it was Benoit the next summer. It was like, Jesus Christ, what's happening?
Yeah.
I like the products now, man. I like the
Dude.
guys that they have in charge.
Yeah.
They got the best Asian staff, bro.
Do
It's a
you
good time in wrestling.
do you
Good
feel
times in
like
wrestling.
after all that happened is when the shift to wrestlers really starting to look after themselves started? Was right after like Eddie and Chris and all that? Or was it further after that?
And I don't think a lot of guys still do. I think when you're in a position where you're getting paid by a company and you have those outlets to do so, then you're ultimately going to do it because it's on hand,
Right.
every single time you need it, which would be nice for, guys like me that is at the tail end and stuff like that, I did all the shit willingly. I can't really, bitch about it. I did it to myself, but it would be nice to get a little bit of that love, but I don't think about that kind of stuff. I think if you're going to put yourself in a situation, you're not going to rely on, you can't all right, like Steve Blackman and Shane McMahon, like Shane falling off that stuff. Like, if Shane's not Vince's son, he doesn't have medical, or he's not getting like hurt. What if he got really hurt, right? Company would more than likely take care of that, right?
Right.
But if that's a consistent thing that's happening, then they're going to have to, and that's, that's kind of what they did. They pay you enough to where you have, like, you can buy your own insurance,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're making a lot more money than they used to.
Well, that's Tony Khan driving up the price.
Yeah, for real.
So we got a few comments here I want to bring up. One by our buddy Ethan Evans says that you love Matt Hardy. I gotta understand, what's why don't you love the greatest of what is Matt Hardy's the best?
No,
What, sir?
all right.
There is one plushie in this room, okay? That is Matthew Hardy, okay? I love.
Why does he have the WWF Championship on?
Because it's my koozie belt thingy, my fanny pack.
Like, remember when Jeff Hardy beat Triple H for the Intercontinental Championship, and then everybody thought Matt Hardy was going to beat Stone Cold for the WWF Championship?
Yeah, should have happened.
Yeah, it was a joke.
You
It was a
hush.
fucking joke.
Should have happened. Easy, brother.
Hush.
Now Matt Hardy big leagued me, bro.
Did he?
Yeah, he big leagued me as a child and as an adult.
Oh
Man,
That's-
double
Yep.
double big
wing.
leaguing.
The North remembers.
Also, when they came back to WWE, we were on a show that Sunday morning in Orlando together. They kayfabed all of us, and I knew. I seen Fit Finley pick him up.
No.
He's like,
But no, that's not really. Matt Hardy just always sucked with me. I don't know.
I can't help it, man. I like to poke fun at people who hate people I love, like Mr. Big Rig up there. He's the biggest fan of Chris Jericho. He fucking just absolutely loves everything that Chris Jericho does, and that's a good thing, Eric. You should keep that love.
You know what? It hasn't been of late though, because it hasn't been like. Don't feel like we've been forced. Chris Jericho
Because he
down
hasn't
our
been on
throats.
TV. Thank
Yeah.
fuck.
Because
Yeah.
he's been out.
Probably trying to get out of his contract.
He just signed for more, is what I saw, actually.
Really?
Dude, he
Yeah.
does. I'm not gonna get into it.
With Jericho, I think
He
like
loves-
Jericho and Edge are both trying to get out of their contracts and go wrestle Cena one more time.
I mean, I would too. Yeah, you look at when they first talked about this whole last Cena ride. I never would have thought we'd have got a fucking truth match, let alone two. I really am enjoying what's going on. So I'm looking
Dude,
at it like,
that's-
holy fuck, it's July. I'm a little sad because we're already in the twilight of the last year.
Dude, that match with him and Punk at Night of Champions was fucking awesome. I mean,
I
the
thought
finish
it was
is yeah, I mean, just the whole feel of it and just the build up, dude. I love like them kind of reversing roles and just putting that into the story arc, and then even the John Cena pipe bomb, and then CM Punk coming out to the Thugonomics shit, and it was just I felt like they did justice to it, kind of as now they're way more seasoned, just paid a good homage to that feud.
Well, and dude, that was one of my in that era of wrestling that, let's be honest, kind of sucked butts. That was one of the few feuds that was like, fuck yeah, dude. This is awesome.
I'll tell you what,
In my opinion.
I
I
know
mean,
it's
Cena put like if you think about history and stuff like that, Cena put everybody over clean at the right time.
Yeah.
Like
Minus
not
one.
just Punk, not just Rob Van Dam. Fucking remember SummerSlam? He fucking Daniel Bryan beat him outright, and then they did the Money in the Bank switch with Orton, cashing in on the Triple H and shit like that. Cena always did good business, man.
Mhm.
except for one. He never should have beat Bray the first time. That fucking pissed me off. I don't know why.
That was a perfect decision.
No, you're wrong.
Yeah, it was better, and I'll tell I mean because it didn't hurt Bray Wyatt.
No, but it hurt me.
It hurt my
Aw.
fifis.
I forgot they were booking for you, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hold up. Jericho's got a VIP hard seltzer? Where the fuck is this? I want grape seltzer that tastes like Jericho.
Dude,
Fucking
call
sign
him.
me up.
Call
For
him, see if they take
$100 a
deal on it.
4-pack?
Whatever, dog. You think I ain't spent more money on more ridiculous shit, guy?
You spend money on the dumbest shit, dude.
You know how many bottles of Buffalo Trace I could buy for that?
Hey,
Oh, you
I
like Buffalo Trace, huh?
I was gonna say not many.
I like whiskey. I like bourbon. I like rye. If I was at home, I'd have a glass in my hand, but
Does it feel weird? Are you just like, oh, I'm at home? I can't.
I just need to turn. Oh.
What do you like? Where you at then?
he's
Oh, that's a green screen, brother.
I took a picture of my actual background to use it as my virtual background while I wasn't at home.
Oh, dude, I wish you guys would have told me that. I would have taken a picture of a bunch of penises and put them behind me.
you could probably still add it in. I don't.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I
I
don't
can
know.
add it. Give me a second. I can add it to the overlay.
My
Do-
virtual
do-
background's pretty boring. I'm in the process of moving right now, so I'm just literally, hey, I'm sitting on the couch. So, King Theoden telling you have no powers. What you get?
I've invested. Speaking
Need
of
more
which,
stickers in.
I'm gonna try like hell to get us book us a table at that OVW at Jungle Gyms event because something tells me we get rid of a lot of shit there.
No, that
Yeah.
pisses me off too.
Does it? Why?
Well, it's just because we run right down the street. We got two
Touche.
buildings. We got that Midwest Sports Complex, and then we got
Swine
Swine
City.
City. And fucking Roger and Al are friends, dude. I sent you that picture of Jeremy earlier. Told you to use as a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. That's Al Snow's son-in-law, bro.
Oh, Higgins.
Kayfabe is dead sitting on the couch.
I fucking love Higgins. But use that goddamn picture of him. He's coming in and he's trying to swoop my fucking territory. We're supposed to be friends.
That son of a bitch. We need to get him on here. We had Al on here. We made him cry, which is pretty cool. He remembers us for that at least.
That sounds so fucked up when you say it. You know that, right?
But it's a good thing.
Like
You know?
you made him cry like real hard.
Like legit made him cry.
It was a dad cry because we got Brittany to send a video talking about how much she loved him being her dad and everything like that, and he teared up over that.
He might have had dust in his eye. We don't know.
Yeah.
He's a big tough guy.
He is. God. He's a big son of a bitch, too.
He's a rocker. That's for sure.
He's a new rocker.
He's a new rocker.
The
New
right?
He's a new rocker.
Were you up at Squared Circle this year?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Why
I don't.
not?
I don't think. I think Ed likes me.
Nah, it likes everybody. Literally, we had this conversation with him once, and he was like, there's only 2 people I don't like, right? And he listed those 2 people off, and one of those 2 people, we rekindled that friendship. So now he's down to 1 person he doesn't like. So
No, he told somebody that he doesn't like me. And the last time that I seen Ed was at Battle on the Border. We got drunk together, so I don't know if he likes me or not, but who cares?
That usually solves a lot of problems.
let's just get it. We'll be all
To
right.
alcohol, the cause and solution to all of life's problems. Homer Simpson.
Well, yeah, but don't mix the Mountain Dew Monster alcoholic things with Jameson, or else you'll be puking in the stairwell like him.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
That
It
sounds like
sounds
the worst
awful.
kind of puke.
Just
It
whiskey.
smelled bad too. I helped him.
Oh.
It was a bad smell.
Ugh.
And the only reason why I'm
There's-
saying this is because he cussed me out for helping him out. And that's the last time I've seen him. So that's it. That's a him issue.
It's an
There's
issue, not an ish me.
there's those drinks, man, that once you puke at one time, you'll never drink it again. And for me, that is E&J or any
Ooh.
type of brandy. I puked. I went to go see the original Cabin Fever, and we snuck in a bottle of E&J that we mixed with Dr. Pepper.
Hold on,
And
wait. Cinema 10 or the 8?
I think it was the 8, and we chugged the fuck out of it, dude. And I got so drunk so fast. So drunk,
Jimmy
I went
McNeil
outside
let
and
you in the
puked.
side doors?
I had to go outside. I literally sat outside the whole movie and puked. And they were all in there just like pacing themselves with drinking. I guess I didn't understand drinking at that time. I don't know, because I drank that shit like you know. I
For
should
me,
not-
that's Jägermeister.
Woo-hoo.
Fuck,
That
I
was
love
bad.
Jägermeister.
I had a bad night on it once and never again.
Me and Jack Daniels.
Pompano and a couple other wrestlers. We've been out boating all day. It was Tim's birthday. Drank a bunch of Jägermeister, right? I was sunburnt because I'm pale as fuck, as we all know. I wrestle half naked. The motherfuckers went to Myers and bought all of the blue permanent markers and colored me blue. The only part of my body that was not colored blue was my face and my dick. It was awful.
That's
Wait.
amazing.
I can't believe your friends blew you.
Here you go. Uh oh. Mr. Ben,
They did.
Mr.
They
Benjamin
blew me, bro.
Chimera, little
We
shake
talked
and
about
bake.
you earlier there, Mr. Chimera.
Karen
Olden Dick.
Oldendick. What a last
What up,
name.
bro?
Jeremiah. What up, bro?
What's up, Karen?
And
What up, Karen?
Goldschlager. I have never had Goldschlager. My
Ah.
only experience with Goldschlager is watching the movie Beer Fest when they drink it to retrace their steps.
It's peppermint schnapps. That's all it is.
You said you probably deserved it.
I fell asleep on a roof one time drinking peppermint schnapps. That was a smart thing to do.
Yeah, it's very smart.
Was it daytime roof or nighttime roof?
It was daytime roof.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
That's even worse.
Yeah, it was with Eric and Andy. Andy Ballinger and Eric Combs.
They know Andy. Andy makes our T-shirts.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they
Andy's the dude.
Andy is.
Yeah.
Dude.
He
That
saved
dude
my
will
life.
drink you. That dude
No
will drink
shit.
you under the table sometimes. At least he used to. I don't think he drinks anymore, but we were younger.
I owe him a van. I drove his van to Cincinnati one time in like third gear and blew his fucking engine out, and he was like so cool about it.
Oh my
So-
god.
I know. So eventually, like, and I tried to give him money, man. He'd never take it.
Wow.
I remember the first time I met him, he was in the 86th. I saw them play, and we went outside, and he had a car.
Handicap.
Was it Andy Caps? I think it was.
Handicaps. Yeah, 86 is my brother's band.
Okay, then I might. It was an 86 show, I think it was. But either way, he took me out to the car, and he had the car with everyone signed it. And I remember just being like, "This guy's fucking nuts."
Yeah.
Everyone, like, his car was just everything was wrote on with Sharpie, the entire car. Like, it was just
Bro, he
ridiculous.
fucking, up until recently, he drove a hearse.
And he's cool people, man.
that sounds like a dope ride. I'll be honest.
He's the nicest dude you know.
He really is, man. He has gone like out of his way to be like better to us than he has to be. So shout out to Andy.
Dude, that's just who he is. Andy Ballinger. I hope you probably won't see this. He won't. I love you,
What?
buddy.
Everybody watches this show, bro.
I'll send it to him specifically. I will find this moment and send it to him. And he'd be like, "Why the fuck is Bo sending me this?" And then he'll watch it and be like, "Oh."
He'll take away two things. Shit, Withers does owe me a van, and he loves me.
Oh shit. You're gonna
Hey,
shoot
You
that's
guys got any, like,
Yeah,
you guys got any other cool wrestling questions you want to ask? Like,
Actually, there was a comment earlier I wanted to go back to. It was Noah said, cut a Brett promo on the dads.
What is
nah,
he's like, "Nah, I can't be on the spot like that."
can't.
But do you got a Brett impersonation or something, or?
We all do. That one's for the boys, though.
All right.
That's fair.
I get that. You can't be putting everything.
I want to.
you know.
Trust me, guys. I really, really want to tell you about these, but it's just for the boys. They get real out of hand sometimes.
Some of them can be, some of them can be rough. I've seen a few. I've been lucky enough to be in a few backstages before and see some nonsense. How long?
Oh boy.
How long have you got? Do you know how many matches you've done, or do you keep track of something like that, or do you know how long you've been going at least, or?
Well, I did for like 2 years, and then my house burnt down, and then I never kept track since. But I can tell you that I have been taxed probably 13 out of the 22 full years that I've been working. So that's a lot of fucking matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But then again, like, like guys like me and Pomp specifically, there was a time where we were NWF on the weekdays, we were Rockstar on Wednesdays, we were IWA on Tuesday, and then whatever weekend show. We were running the circuit. Like, I mean, not to mention, there's a couple times we'd go out for Tremont or, go out to Iowa for Sammy and, just random, God damn it, I shouldn't say that. Just random other towns that we'd work throughout the just for fun.
Yeah, man. His match, Pomp's match, when he won the NWF championship. Man, that was we were talking earlier about the crafting of a match and working of a crowd. The crescendo he brought in that match was so fucking fun for me because I've seen you guys wrestle for so long. You know what I mean? I've seen back in the day, not necessarily backyardigans or nothing, but I seen you guys when there wasn't shit. And to see him cross that line was such a cool fucking moment, man. It was one of the few times I did a shirt video live while the crowd's freaking the fuck out behind me, which was super fucking cool of a moment. It was a hell of a fucking show. I kind of I kind of felt like I knew he was going to win though, because they played the special music for him that
He had the
encompassed
special
all of
entrance. Yeah.
all of his other music. So I was like, they don't do that for people that are going to lose. He's got to win, right? He's going to win, right?
Well, that was that. I mean, Tim's gonna no sell fucking everything, man. Like everything, and enough time has passed. All these years we've been doing this shit together, and there's not a single person that he's ever been in the ring with that will say that he is not fucking capable. He is absolutely, in my opinion, one of the best. Like, I'm not just saying like in the tri-state. Like, Tim will have a good match with anybody, like absolutely anybody, and he has had the opportunity to work some big names and stuff, but it wouldn't matter who it is. He's always going to deliver. But with you saying that, obviously you kind of know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
You're allowed to be yourself. You're allowed to do what you want to do. You're allowed to do how you want to do it. Yeah. And that's a testament to how unselfish that he is. He didn't make it about himself. He went and he knew that Denzel was putting him over, and he went out there and he did, because DC he's a little slow at times, but he's a hell of a fucking talent, and he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. He's a really, really good kid. But Tim does things a little bit different than other people do. And it worked so good. The best part about that day, because me and Jesse were there and he didn't know, me and Jesse hit the ring after that.
Yeah.
And dude, Cat brought us fucking 3 cigars and like handed it to us, and like that, him winning that belt wasn't like Jesse had it before. I'm never gonna win. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit about stuff like that. But like that was a really special day for the 3 of us together.
Yeah,
because it was finally kind of one of those things where they were like, "Yeah, you guys were right the whole time." And that's just me being a heel, because Roger loves when I change shit.
I bet.
We had a great time that night, man. Weren't we sponsors that night? Did we sponsor?
Yeah.
Was that Summer Sizzler?
No.
Yeah, like if it was so it was
That
the
was-
Summer Sizzler 2 years ago, not
Yeah.
the one in the baseball stadium. Yeah,
It was in the hits there in Covington.
Yeah.
I mean, those kids work real hard for Roger, and Roger works fucking harder than most people even believe. Like, yeah, you his age and maintain what he does.
We tried so hard to get
talk
him.
to give him his last match. I told him I'd bleed for him. He ain't having it.
Look, man, we'll bleed for him if he just comes and does an interview. You know what
He's
I mean?
agreed. We just never hammered down the time, and
I'll get color, whatever.
See, man, Roger's not even that kind of a different kind of guy at all.
Yeah, but I know he's got stories. That's where we can really key in on some cool stuff with a guest. Is
now, see, that's the key, is to get him to tell you the stories.
yeah,
That's the key. You gotta
get a couple shots in him.
no, yeah. Good luck. good luck. That old man ain't drinking with anybody. He don't trust you. He ain't drinking with you.
Oh goodness.
No,
Well,
he's
that's
the
it. We're
best,
gonna
though,
have
dude.
We have to wear him down. He's gonna become a big fan of DWO. Though. He ain't ever listened to an episode. He
I
probably
don't know
can't.
what-
He probably can't even pull it up.
dude.
Them old
The
men
way
with
that
the
Roger
phone.
has been running consistently, and like it's coming up on 30 years. That shit,
Yeah, that's insane.
fucking
True legend.
amazing.
Very impressive.
Isn't it one of the oldest, if not the oldest, like still running independent promotions?
All right, you guys want to let me blow your mind about Cincinnati wrestling? I don't have like 100% factual information, but I will tell you what I know to be true.
Okay.
So,
Shoot.
the NWF was ran by a guy named Johnny Diamond, and
I've heard that name.
Les Thatcher and this guy named Jamont were involved in it. And then Roger had came in and Sam had came in and blah, 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 blah. Well, anyway, Les split from Johnny and started HWA, and Jamont split and started this promotion called IWI. And Roger bought the NWF from Johnny Diamond. So actually, the HWA came out of the NWF.
The NWF.
Wow.
That's why Roger always was okay with the tagline "First, the last, the best," because, like, no matter how you boil it down, it was the first.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We had a good working relationship with HWA when they shut down. We did like war games and cross promotional stuff with them, and
Right.
and
That's so
stuff like that. It
fun.
was fun.
Invasion angles are always the best when done properly.
If everybody can do it the right way.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
always
the
think
way.
it's cool.
So when we did
Sorry, go ahead.
hours for HWA, Cody didn't tell anybody that we were doing it, so everybody wanted to beat people up, right?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you got to let people know. Damn.
So when it was their turn to do it to us, we got smartened up. Yeah, just in case, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Just in case. I always think it's cool. The job site I'm working currently is at Ludlow High School. So every time I'm driving to and from work, I pass Burkus, and I always love seeing on the marquee NWF wrestling this Friday. I'm like, hey,
I love that venue.
it's
I do
awesome.
too.
Burkus
I
is
think
great.
it's kind of like closed in, and they'll pack it, wall to wall, man. That's my favorite place to catch an NWF show, just because
Dude,
the energy.
It's so loud.
Yes.
And it's that makes it so much more awesome because you can't hear me talking to you.
Nope.
Yep.
Like, that's the coolest shit. You're more comfortable in front of a crowd that's louder than you are when they're sitting on their hands and knees.
Yep. That was Eric and I caught a NWF show at a VFW when Beck Reeves won. I think it was a Unified off of James
Unified
Cross
off of James Cross in the cage
in
match.
the cage. Yeah. And dude, it was packed to the gills, and the cage was like the guy standing on top of the cage were like had to like duck under the ceiling, and like we look at each other like, this is so fucking great. This is like indie wrestling.
Yeah,
It's like
I love it.
Who's some of your guys' favorite NWF guys?
Guys, Noah for sure.
Fuck
I
Noah.
like Sinclair.
Fuck Justin.
Okay, I gotta say this. Noah's my boy.
Noah's great.
We love that boy.
Fucking love that dude.
Yes.
I love Luke Larson. I'm a fucking cowboy.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me all my boys?
Luke's the shit.
Hell yeah, Luke.
yeah. Nick Altima.
I'll say this. I love me some AJ Vest, and I also love the nickname I came up with for him a while back because I always thought he looked like a cross between Jack Perry and Edge. So I called him.
Yeah.
I called him the rated G Jungle Edge.
Beck Reeves. Case closed, motherfucker.
We do love Beck Reeves. Beck Reeves, good dude.
Yeah.
NWF's got a lot of good fucking characters in it, man. That's why I like going to Swine City. It's like fucking 9 minutes from my house. So if I want to have more than one drink, I guess I probably can, even if I have to call my wife, like, hey, I'm gonna have to come pick my car up tomorrow.
Favorite NWF wrestler, Big Mama.
She's great.
We love our Big Mama. That is
I
for
love
sure.
Natasha.
I would never say a bad word about Tasha.
No,
Ever.
she is absolutely wonderful.
Like Swayze and
Swayze and Rex.
Oh, Rex,
Rex.
yeah.
Dude,
Like
Swayze looks incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
He
guys
gets
see
better
what he
each
used to
time.
look like? He used to look like how I look now.
right.
Yeah.
Really?
That son of a bitch he's put in a lot of fucking hard work.
There's Noah. Luke's my cowboy pal, and AJP doesn't know the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch. Man, we're getting close to our hour here, and we don't have a lot of questions that we ask everyone, but we do have 2 that we ask every single guest, no matter what. And Mike will hit you with the first question, and then Eric will follow up with that second. Well, let's get these in before we end this.
Well, yeah, like you said earlier, we're all dads, and being dads, we're all budget-minded individuals, especially these days. So, one thing we kind of ask everybody is, what do you keep your thermostat set to?
On my thermostat, see, I don't even give a shit. I crank it up, I crank it down. I'm crazy, man. There ain't no set. I mean, I guess 68, perfect in a perfect world. But if I'm hot, I'm turning it down. If I'm cold, that some bitch is coming up to 78.
I set that some bitch to comfortable.
I like that one. That might be a new acceptable answer.
Yeah. Comfortable.
I like that.
I mean, honestly, that's what you got to do. You can't have, like, there's in the spring, fall, whatever, you can kind of sit it around 69, 70. But when it gets like super hot like this, it's like, man, I am doing whatever keeps me from sweating through my shorts.
Dude,
Yeah,
mine is
well,
mine's on 72.
Woo.
I mean, that's fine.
But my house though, it's comfortable as shit.
Hey.
But I'm
I don't know
gonna
how.
tell you,
I can't explain it. It's magic.
I don't know. We talked about
our boy Justin Deming. Just to let y'all know, it done got hot in Rhode Island. I'm using window units, New England style, set to 68. Attaboy.
It doesn't get hot up there.
Not like good window unit.
It's like
no,
84.
he's got a nice little breeze coming off the coast as well.
Yeah.
It's a balmy 84.
What the fuck
It's
is
a
that dude
balmy
trying to do?
84.
Flex. We're in Ohio. We're in the Midwest. Like, we're in muggy temperatures. What was his
Like
name?
95 with 95%.
That's like somebody in
humidity.
Florida being like, it's 55, it's freezing.
Yeah. Tell him to go.
That's our
fuck
boy
off.
Justin up there. He has the
We
Winged
actually
Eagle
probably know who
title
Justin
replica.
is. Yeah. So I got the Intercontinental title tattooed on me. Justin has the Winged Eagle. You've probably seen his photo going around the internet as well. Hey, there's Denim in the comments. Speaking of denim, you're going to be working for that gentleman this Thursday, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I
boy.
think he mentioned that in the comments earlier.
Did he?
Rock and
Yeah,
roll,
yeah.
brother.
Fuck yeah, we'll be working with Denim, with Denim here soon in a capacity for a show in Middletown as well. We actually need to talk. Denim, hit me up, homie. Maybe we
Hit
can
him
chat.
up, Denim.
Denim.
But the second question we always ask is just real simple. What's something that you're thankful for today? Can be anything.
My kids being healthy and alive.
Hell yeah.
It's a good
That's
one,
what
brother.
I'm for. Well, my youngest son, Judy, he's autistic. He's not like super autistic. He's more or less a dick. And he keeps breaking out of the house and going over to the neighbor's house, and they have like this big American flag flagpole. Kids obsessed with flags. He ripped all of the 4th of July flags out of the dude's lawn twice this week.
Oh no.
And pulled the flagpole down on his and his wife's car.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Have kids, they said.
at least he rings the doorbell to come back inside, right?
I'm
Can't
done.
crawl through the window that you escaped from, can you, buddy?
That's great.
So yeah, I'm
kids.
thankful that I don't have to pay thousands of dollars for body damage because they were okay because he's autistic. But here's the thing: he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, third child syndrome.
Said
Oh.
Jude drop kicked me like 10 times one Thanksgiving. I love that nephew of mine.
Oh, that's funny.
Well,
Man, we
you know what?
need
It's
to-
awesome having kids, man. Having
We
kids
need to
is the
have a
fucking
drinking
best.
session. We need to have a dad session all sitting bullshit. Catch a
Hang
wrestling.
on, let me get one. I need to get a cold one real quick. Maybe it's lukewarm. I don't know.
Oh, fuck yeah. But we definitely need to get together and maybe watch a wrestling show instead of watching you wrestle once.
Dude, I'm always down.
Freshy.
I'm always down to watch wrestling, and like, I'm not trying to be long-winded or anything like that. But
You're good, brother.
These kids around this area, in certain places, really respect my opinion. But what they have to understand is I came up a hell of a lot different than they did.
Yeah.
And when I came in, we were still beating people up.
Yeah.
Cancel culture kind of ruined what you can and cannot do. So you just kind of get, people just get shaked off on their own. And that to me is a little bit more unfortunate because when you lead people on, I feel like that's a little more heartbreaking than kind of being like, hey,
Just being up front
don't
about
come
it.
back. You can't do it. We don't
This isn't
trust
working
you.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not saying that you can't do it anywhere else. It's not saying that you still can't do it. It's just, I think there needs to be a little bit more strict policies on who we train, how we train them, and why we train them.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We didn't have a choice back in the day. If you weren't tough, I started in 2003. Not that long ago, but still at that phase where we were getting sorted out. It was tough. I'm not talking about just the calisthenics. I'm talking about getting in the ring and getting hit in the face for fucking real.
Yeah.
If you can't take it, you can't come.
Yeah.
I could name multiple people off the top of my head that I know that, Bo, you probably do know as well, that just decided oh shit, that ring, that's not for me. And then it was one day and they never came back. They never even gave it a shot. Just didn't like how it felt the first time.
Yeah. My very first foray into any wrestling at all whatsoever, I didn't even have any training yet. And I was put in a match with a guy named $1 Trillion, which you probably know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about.
Herman.
Yep. And he beat the dog shit out of me and my brother. And that was mine and Justin's first foray into pro wrestling. And somehow afterwards we were like, dude, that was fucking fun. Let's go back. It is what it is, but
Yeah.
Man, I wish Justin would have been on with us today. I haven't seen Justin in a while. Other than wrestling shows, I haven't seen him in years, man.
that's what I'm saying. We need to get together for. I'm already talking about planning a Friendsgiving kind of fucking potluck thing. We need to just make this shit officially happen. Have a bunch of people over.
I'm taking it down.
I'm down. Bring some of the boys, especially like Pomp or the guys that know you and shit.
Cough, BC, cough, cough.
Is that BC?
That was Miss Karen saying that. Hey, there you go. Look at that. Great Dad drinking session every Main Street Tavern every Friday in Franklin, Ohio. Karaoke starts at 9. That's where I was last Friday. Just saying.
What'd you sing?
Fun.
Sang. Hey, Stan, you're gonna have to download every wrestling theme possible so we can sing the fuck, get drunk and sing "Sexy Boy."
Oh, dude, singing Shawn Michaels music is my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
But I want the Sherry Martel version though.
Yes. Sean.
Yeah, because that's just how I sing for some reason.
Oh, scary
Hell
Sherry.
yeah.
Scary Jeremiah.
Yeah, bro. I did have 5 matches in a wrestling dress one time.
Hey,
Love that.
I
fucking
love anything.
Terry Saturn made that work for a while
I
too.
wore diapers. I wore dresses. I lost to girls.
Nice.
I lost to a girl for real one time. She knocked me out. I had to lose.
Hey, shit happens, man.
Couldn't lift my head.
Oh shit.
Drew me right in the back of the neck. I was done. Just laid there.
Uh,
The girl
well,
was
you boys,
I know.
you boys got anything else before we get out of here?
No, I'm tired, man. I'm excited though for we got this Thursday on the show. We have Mr. Gregory Iron, who's quite the internet darling in wrestling. So,
Dude, tell Hey, what's up?
Hey, you know him
Tell
too?
Greg I said what's up. I fucking love Greg.
Yeah, he's
Bro,
good
I
people.
got a fucking scar on my back from Greg.
Oh, that's awesome.
Greg gave me the dead hand back scratch.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
God.
Filleted my ass open. For real, I got a
The-
cyst on my back from it.
God
The
damn.
dead
love
hand
that
back scratch.
Dead hand
That's
back.
awesome. Well, dude, I
Dude,
can't wait. I can't
That
wait to
fucking
talk
dead
to him.
hand will, dude. He already knows. If you bring up his dead hand, he's gonna giggle probably.
We'll bring it up for sure.
You bitch slapped the shit out of you with that hand, bro. I've worked with dude. I used to work with Gregory a lot, man. Had a lot of good matches with that sumbitch.
Fuck yeah. I just
He gets me on fire, man.
he just had that surgery, man. So he was selling a t-shirt, and I fucking bought it to support him. And I was like, hey man, you interested in doing my show? And he's like, well, you just bought my shirt. I kind of fucking have to. I was like, I wish everybody else worked that way. I'll buy fucking
I'm about
everybody.
Stone Cold owes me tons.
Yeah, Stone Cold owes me
he
like
is
60
so
interviews.
funny. You guys ever
Oh,
talked to him before?
Who, Stone
Mm-mm.
Cold?
No,
Or Greg?
Greg.
I've only followed him on social media for the last couple of years. I've never got a chance to interact with him, so this will be my first
Oh,
time chatting.
you are going to love him.
Good.
All
Hell
of
yeah.
you guys. He's
It's-
fucking great.
Everybody that we've told that we're going to have him on has reacted exactly how you have, which makes me look forward to it that much more.
Yeah.
Dude, he rules.
Hell yeah.
I'd love one more match against his ass.
Hell yeah. Well, we'll make
There you
sure
go.
we tell him. Just
Tell
Let
saying.
him know you called him out right here on the Dad World Order podcast. That is crazy.
Make sure he remembers who I am first.
Oh, shit.
All right, boys, I'll let you go. Hey, I
You're
appreciate
good,
you
man.
guys. You know
Yeah,
what they
thank you so
say,
much for your
riding
time.
in on lightning, bringing the motherfucking thunder with us.
Fuck
You know
yeah.
why, boys? Because where we're from, there's only bad fucking dudes.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
he
right.
went out.
He went out.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Mic drop. All
Fuck
right.
yeah.
Well, good a time as any. We have been the DWO podcast. I'm Big Rig Eric Maffey. He's Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. He's the wrestling t-shirt guy, Bo Cephas. You can check us out on all the socials at DWO_podcast, Facebook at the DWO podcast, TikTok at DW_pod. Get that dad merch at Pro Wrestling Tees, T Public, or message us directly. I don't really know what else to say. Until next time, Top Dads out.